All right, so this is the second part of our mobility series and specifically the dynamic warm-up. So this one is more for weight training. So if you're in the gym, you're going to do some squats, some deadlifts, kettlebell swings, any kind of overhead range of motion. You want to do this warm-up before. It's a little more focused on the hips. First thing we're going to do, we're going to get into a squat position. So again, toes pointed forward. You're going to drive your knees out. Try to screw your feet to the ground. Drive the hips back. Kind of sit in between your heels. We're going to drop into a squat. Bring your hands underneath your feet. You're going to get your chest up tall. Inhale. Get tall. Exhale. Drive your hips back. And get back as tight as you can without rounding your back. All right? So you're going to feel stretch in your hamstrings. Deep breath in. Get tall. Exhale. Drive back. Again, up. Drive back. And we're not rounding the back. You're just extending the legs as far back as they can get. So there's a side view. We're here. All right. Squat. Drive back. Again, open up, drive back, deep breath, drive back, again, and let's get one more. Good. And then the next one we're going to do is we're going to work on our hip extension. So we're going to be in a kneeling position. You're going to want to turn your toe in this way, and then with this front foot, you're going to get it close to your knee on the other side, but keep the foot anchored, and we're just going to drive through some hip extensions. So you be here, drive back, keeping the back upright the whole time. Also, you want to keep your pelvis tucked, right? So we're not getting into extension. You're just driving through, hinge back, squeeze the glute in this front position. Here we're working on ankle mobility. You can get your arm up if you want to. You don't have to though. We're just working on that hinge. Drive on through. About 2 more on this side. If you want to get more ankle mobility, what you can do is use a weight, a dumbbell, foam roller, anything to add a little dorsiflexion to this foot. And again, wind that up, we'll get on the other side. So you're driving through, good, back, squeeze. So now we're increasing the flexion on this one as I drive forward. Again, it's a hip hinge, solidly through there. Explode through, get up right at the top. Should feel stretched right in your hip flexor. When you get up there, again, keep the pelvis tucked. Don't let it round and don't overextend at the top. Let's get 2 more. And drive. All right. Next one we're going to do is hip boxes. So this one we're going to work on internal and external rotation of your hip. So get in a 90-90 position to start. All right, there's 3 ways you can do this. So if you want to make it a little more challenging, you can shoot up in between each motion. Then we're going to the other side, here, back through, shift over, explode up. So that's the hardest one. The other one would just be to get your hands clear, rotate from side to side, driving through each time, and trying to keep your hips down as low as you can. Right? I'm not popping up every time trying to drive this hip down while I drive that knee into the ground. If that's still too hard, just go ahead and put your hands behind you. Still work, keep your hips bone down, chest up, and we're still trying to grind through this range of motion, increase the range of motion in our hips, get a little bit into even the ankle, some of the lower leg there, just working back and forth. So again, hardest one, pop on up. Easiest one, just clear some space, but keep your torso upright without using your hands to support you. And then on the last one, keep your hands back if you need to. Next exercise we're going to do is a hip bridge and a hamstring stretch. So for this one, you're going to want to get your hands kind of right about mid-thigh here. Again, we're going to start with a hamstring stretch, just hinging forward. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rock up to a hip bridge. Try to pull your scapulas back, get your chest up, squeeze through your glutes, and then we're going to drop back into that hamstring stretch again. Again, driving up from here. Back on in, hamstrings, back up again. If you want to get one hamstring at a time, feel free to do that. Toe over, other one, same thing, but you want to make it quick, right? This is a dynamic warm-up. We're not hanging out, stretching our hamstrings for a long period of time. Just getting them quick, back up to the next movement. Again, when you're at the bottom, make sure your toes are pointed back, chest is upright, dropping in, and then load again. Come on back up. Up and exhale through through here. All right, last one we're going to do is a runner's lunge with a little rotation. So we're going to get some thoracic rotation coming from up top, right? Not from our core, not from our low back. This is all stable. Rotation's all coming from up top. So we're going to be here. You're going to jump your right leg outside of your right foot. First part, you're going to drive your right elbow towards the ground as low as you can get while keeping your knee pinned. Then we're going to come up from there, hand down. You're going to rotate up, back down, and then the other side. You're going to bring this leg back without too much hip rotation. Jump the other one back out. So again, elbow down. Come up to place that hand on the ground. You're going to rotate up, back down, other side. Back in again, bring it back. Go here, elbow down, knee tight against the body. Go to the hand, rotate up. Eyes are going to follow your hand, so this is all rotating together. Back down, other side. And then this one, elbow, hand, rotate, back, one more. All right, we're here, rotate up, back down, and other side, drive through here, elbow to the ground, rotate up, down, other side. Let's get one more each side. So again, hips parallel, engage that core, you're driving that leg up, elbow down, head follows the hands, back again. And let's get one last good one on this side. So about 5 each side is usually pretty good for this. Rotate, jump back. Now you're ready. So that's a great dynamic warm-up to do before you lift any weights. You can tell there's a lot of deadlift motion in there, a lot of hip hinging, a lot of squatting, and so it kind of preps your body for any movement you're about to do in the gym. So try it next time. Hopefully it improves your mobility.